Hey, how are you guys doing? It's your boy Dave, and today we are back with another video talking about Texas Chainsaw Massacre. This game looks so damn good yesterday. We did a reaction to the preview gameplay that they showed us, and it looked really good. It got its praise from me, people online, people who got to test the game, and it was well deserved. This game actually, it looks really good. It looks like no other online survival horror game we've ever seen. And I'm all for it. I can't wait to play it. If there's going to be a demo, a beta, I need that. Hit me up. I need that bad. Before I go on, though, we just reached 1,500 subscribers yesterday on stream. I want to thank you guys. Hey, more to come. We got more goals and milestones we want to reach. But we got to talk about this game right now. Let me start off by saying the fact that this is a 3v4 and I was nervous for it must say something about this game. That must speak towards this game in a way that I can't even really describe, because I was so nervous for this to be a 3v4 because we have our like traditional, I guess, 1v4 or 1v6 or 8, whatever the hell it is on Friday the 13th. But W games, I'm not gonna lie, those games are good. But the fact that this is a 3v4, 3 of the members of the household versus 4 victims, I was very nervous, but I think it's gonna work. There's so many things in this game that favor towards both sides, and I'm definitely okay with that. It doesn't look like it's gonna be, like I saw a lot of people concerned, oh, this won't be balanced, and what about this and that, Hey, relax. They got us. Relax, okay? They got us. It's gonna work out. But I just want to say that it looks good. I was very nervous about it because you hear 3v4 and you're like, huh? That's not your traditional, I guess your asymmetrical horror game, but it looks good. I can't lie. I know a lot of people were concerned. They were concerned there's only 2 ways to escape, and you can only like stun one of the family. You can stun the family members, but you can't actually kill them. I don't mind that at all. And even looking back at a game like Friday the 13th, you can escape by surviving the night, calling the police. Of course, they give you the chance to call Tommy to be able to kill Jason. Boat, car, there's so many ways to escape. They damn near should have added, escaping by helicopter. I'm kidding, of course, but it's like the fact that you have 2 ways to only get out and win. I'm fine with that. That creates that sense of urgency. And this game is heavily pushing stealth and teamwork. Y'all better be team players because, hey, we're all in this together, my friend. But I don't mind that at all. 2 ways. Maybe they'll add more in the future, but that's definitely okay. What makes up for there only being 2 ways to survive is all the things that lead up to you escaping. So I'm definitely okay with that. Now, they did say the victims can squeeze through small gaps and hide or duck under barbed wire traps and things like that. And I saw some people, not a lot, I saw some people saying, oh, well, that's going to make it unbalanced. It's going to be so easy for victims to get away and blah, 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 blah. That's not necessarily the case, because if you guys know, between Leatherface and the other 2 victims, all have different abilities accustomed to that character. Leatherface is big and he's not really light on his feet. He's big, he's loud, he's a bit slower than the other household members. But the hitchhiker household member can actually crawl through those small spaces as well, making things a bit more easier for him to get to those victims than a guy like Leatherface or the cook of the house. So I don't really know what people are getting from this unbalanced aspect of it. But I mean, depending on who you play with in the game, with the 3 household members, you guys got to play to your strengths and weaknesses. Think smarter, not harder. And even the cook, he has the ability to sense unstealthy. I think they said sense unstealthy players, and he can also add locks to doors. Like, you have to, like, it's not. I think people have the impression that it's going to be as simple as, I don't know what they're thinking, but it's like you have to play to your strengths and weaknesses. It's going to be like that for both sides, the household members and the victims. So I don't really know where this unbalanced idea is coming from. 1, we don't have our hands on the game, and 2, each player, whether you're on the victim side or you're on the household side, we all have our strengths and weaknesses. We got to get our hands on the game to actually know how these are going to play out, though. Even with Leatherface, the big bad of the game, there's pros and cons to being Leatherface as well. You just got to figure out what your play style is and what's more beneficial. Like, he can break down doors, he can destroy those crawl spaces that you can exit and go into. I think that's pretty nice. I'm not going to lie. But there is pros and cons to being everyone in the game. And I think this game is really trying to let you know you have to be smart about how you approach everything from both sides. You guys will hear me say that a lot. And I took note of this too. It also says if you're Leatherface and you attack without revving your chainsaw, you do a bit of damage. And they also noted here, revving the chainsaw too high for a long duration will stall it out. I like that. It's not just as simple as slash and go, slash and go. But if you rev it enough I guess you have to hit like a hot spot, it's an instant kill. I believe they said that. I'll have to fact check myself. But if you rev it in that hot spot for the right amount of time, it's an instant kill. And it's going to come with like a really cool animation. Pros and cons. I really like this about the game. It's also really interesting too that I like that they said you can also turn off your chainsaw at times to go into that stealth mode like everybody else around the house is. Because if you go around revving that chainsaw, you just asking for people to like, go get out the house. I'm right here. Hello, you know where I am. So I like that. It's like the yin and the yang of each character in this game. And I love that even the big bad of the game has very beneficial pros and cons. And even looking back at Friday the 13th, I'm not going to say Jason was like OP, but man, against a really, even like an average player, at times it was hard to get away from Jason. I'm not going to lie. It was really hard. So I'm really interested to see how this plays out. I can't wait to be Leatherface. And also, him revving the engine around the house is also going to instill fear in the victims, and that plays to his favor, of course. Now, look, this is probably like the funniest part of the game to me, but it might be my favorite part. There's a fourth house member. Yeah, it's the grandpa. What is grandpa doing there? I'm gonna tell you, he's a snitch. He's there to snitch on you. You running around the house thinking it's all sweet. No, he's there to snitch on you. You're not leaving. Who knows? But it says here, I believe they said, the family is wise to collect blood from the house as well as the victims to feed grandpa, and that pretty much levels him up. He'll be like, I think that's the funny. I like that though. That's cool. He's that fourth member, but he's not a playable fourth member. I do want to note that as well. But grandpa's there to snitch on y'all. Like, it's actually crazy. I kind of wish, or I hope there's some kind of spectator mode to where you can spectate through grandpa. I think that would be pretty dope as well. Going back to the level of detail in this game that works against you and for you, victims can even hide in dark corners of the house. They can hide in bushes outside. Like, there's so many options and different, like, I feel like games will actually be crazy and be really interesting. This game is very stealth heavy. You know, it seems like there's going to be a lot of times where you got to be smart about how you're moving and, you know, just making these smart decisions. And there's even details within the game, small details that work in your favor, whether it's turning a light off in one of the rooms, cutting down objects, you know, that might trigger a member of the house or trigger, make too much noise, and they might, it might be a tip off to where you are within the house. There's even a damn, like, I remember in the gameplay, there's even a rooster or whatever. They ask, it prompts up if you want to silence that animal. He's like in a cage. I don't know if they're going to make you kill it or put a blanket over it. I don't know, but I like that small detail. Those minor details, it's going to make the games more interesting. Think smarter, not harder. That should be the motto of this game. I'm not going to lie to you. Or I think they were even saying during the gameplay preview, brains over brawn. But that was basically everything that was pretty much in the gameplay preview. But a lot of that I just wanted to talk about again because I don't think this game is getting enough credit. And I believe there's also another victim. I forgot the character's name. She has a one-time ability to be able to instantly take off a lock in the house. And like they said in the game, that can be a deciding factor on if you survive or if you don't. Because we all know the cook in the house has that ability to put locks on doors. Every mistake you make is going to make you pay. Everything matters in this game more so than in any other online survival horror game. I like that. That's my shit right there. I like that. It's going to make you think. Now, am I going to be playing this with randoms? I don't know if I can play this with randoms. I love gaming with anybody, but I will be damned if you sabotage me and I'm stuck there chilling with grandpa on the rocker. I'm not doing it. No. But man, I can't wait for this game. I did tweet at them. I really hope there's some kind of IRL beta testing. You know, if they release it to everyone, great. But I think with some of these games, they're either flying people out or they're inviting them. I would love to be invited. I'm very hyped for this game. I'm going to be covering that a lot. I'm going to try to see if they are doing an event like that. If so, I'm going to see if I can go, because to be able to experience this would be dope. I want to give y'all feedback. Like, I'm excited for this game. It seems like a lot of y'all had a positive response, but I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I'm going to see y'all next time.